Diddy is once again trying to get out of jail early. Right now, he's locked up at Brooklyn MDC while he waits for his official sentencing in October. Shortly after his conviction, his legal team tried to get him released on $1 million bail, but the judge quickly denied that request. Now, he's raising the stakes, offering a massive $50 million bail package in an attempt to get out. Now, to the Sean Diddy Combs case. We may learn this week if he will be released on bond while awaiting sentencing. His lawyers filed a request asking the judge to release Combs on $50 million bond. Their argument: he shouldn't be sitting behind bars since the charges he was found guilty of were not violent crimes. Diddy was convicted on 2 counts under the Mann Act, which makes it illegal to transport people across state lines for unlawful purposes. Even though this law is categorized as involving violence under bail rules, the actual charges didn't involve direct physical harm. If Diddy makes it out, though, it could be a disaster for everyone who testified against him. And that may be why judges have been so hesitant to let him out. The judge suggested that, in the past, Diddy may have been given chances to get away with it. But this time the court decided, no, we're not having this. Remember, the jury wasn't sequestered. They went home every day. And Diddy is known for tampering with witnesses. In fact, testimony in this trial included allegations that he tried to influence people through a security team, like D-Rock and others. Prosecutors even presented testimony about Diddy being aggressive toward Cassie and another woman referred to as Jane. But the jury didn't convict him on those accusations. He was found not guilty of any direct violent assault charges. Some people point to the 2016 hotel video as proof of wrongdoing, but because no case was filed in California at the time, the statute of limitations expired, and it couldn't be used to convict him. Now, Diddy's legal team says you can't hold him based on things he wasn't convicted of. Prosecutors, however, argue there's enough testimony in past incidents to show he could be a danger if released. That's why the judge sees things differently. Jaguar Wright, for example, has warned people to be cautious, claiming that Diddy has been using damage control tactics since the beginning of the trial. Diddy has a plan to derail the information, derail the chain of evidence, derail history as it actually happened. And he's the kind of guy who has no problem re-victimizing people all over again. Others noted how witnesses seemed to come forward at opportune times. Names like Audria and Lamisha Fuller were mentioned. Wright also accused elites, lawyers, and even media of trying to control the narrative. She pointed out that Diddy's conviction is a big deal, especially as figures like Albie sure have spoken out. A documentary was even released about Diddy's downfall, where Albie sure finally shared his story. Wright said the documentary footage matched everything she had been saying, despite them not speaking directly. Still, bail law is strict. To be released, Diddy must prove 2 things. He is not a flight risk. He is not likely to break the law again. His lawyers say he isn't going anywhere. He will surrender his passport, wear an ankle monitor, and wouldn't walk away from $50 million on the line. But convincing the judge he won't repeat past behavior remains a harder task, especially given his history. Prosecutors reminded the court that even Diddy's own lawyers admitted in court, if the case had been solely about domestic violence, the 2016 video would likely have convicted him. That admission now hurts his bail chances. Meanwhile, allegations about Diddy secretly recording his infamous parties have raised even bigger concerns. Witnesses, including former associates like Gene Deal, claim he bugged every room, recording celebrities, politicians, and executives potentially for blackmail. Gene Deal believed the feds weren't simply after Diddy, but after the tapes. They could have won the case on other charges, but they didn't go for it. This was about getting those tapes. Puff might be the Black Jeffrey Epstein. Recently, prosecutors shut down Diddy's latest attempt to overturn his conviction. In a new filing, they rejected his request for acquittal or a new trial, saying it had no legal basis. Their position: the convictions stand, and sentencing will proceed on October 3rd. Some victims testified during the trial, but others with civil suits were excluded, likely because prosecutors feared the defense would frame them as money-driven. Still, many expect that after sentencing, more civil suits will surface, possibly even from men. As for sentencing, experts believe Diddy won't receive time served. He faces a mandatory minimum of 5 years, if not more. Prosecutors did secure a major win with the Mann Act convictions, even though he avoided trafficking charges. The 2016 Cassie video, however, gave prosecutors a strong way to show a pattern of control and aggression, evidence that could weigh heavily at sentencing. For now, Diddy remains behind bars. His defense team argues he shouldn't serve a single day, while prosecutors push for years. The judge will have the final say this fall. The biggest question is whether the rumored tapes, if they exist, will expose bigger names and cause a domino effect far beyond Diddy himself.